This is the Partner for Leads community podcast for small business owners and sales professionals. It's a podcast for those of you who want to build your business in a way that is all about relationships first. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host and Partner for Leads community manager, Roberto R. Hernandez. Some episodes of this podcast will be just me sharing things that I've seen as proven to work in business. Others will feature guest interviews with small business owners and sales professionals like you who share insights and expertise, the kind of info that can help make your entrepreneurial journey a lot easier. This is the second interview episode, and my featured guest is Duleep Pillai. Duleep's company, Veltec Networks, provides managed IT services for businesses in the San Francisco Bay Area with a focus on network security. I met Duleep through Partner for Leads around 2014, 2015, and he's been a referral group member ever since. I really enjoy talking business with Duleep as I have an almost 10-year history in IT work myself. That goes way back, though. He is a sharp guy and a very nice guy, and I've had the pleasure of watching his business grow since we met. In our brief conversation, we talk about his motivation for starting his own business and how he's built and continues to build his team. All right, here's me and Duleep. Please enjoy. Duleep, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Roberto.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you are a busy dude based on what I know about about your work. So for those who are listening, and we were just talking about this prior to hitting the record button, so to speak, that you have been a member of the Partner for Leads referral network since about 2014. Thanks for that, by the way. And while it's possible that you and I have talked about this other fact, and a couple of other things I may ask you about in the past. It's been a while since I've seen you on a regular basis, but your company, Veltec Networks, has been in business since you started up in 2007 anyway, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I started it in 2007 as a one-man shop. That's how it started.
Well, this is good because I wanted to ask you about moving from being a one-man show to eventually where you're at now and what that looks like in terms of your staff or your team and how you're working. So and I assume that you were working, or actually I recall that you were working in the corporate world of IT prior to starting your own business. So how did you go from that first part to starting Veltec Networks, and then talk a little bit about how you went from being one-man show to building a small team?
That's correct. Yes, I was working in the corporate world, and I was working as a network engineer for a long time. And then finally I decided, okay, I need to start something on my own. That's the only way to realize my dreams and goals. So I set up a company as a Veltec Networks as a consulting company initially, and I was doing some freelancing consulting work for various organizations. And when the right time was right, I just started it as a managed services provider, helping small, medium businesses. And then it was me handling everything, marketing, sales, technical support, and accounting, which is an important part, all of these. Mm-hmm. And slowly the clientele grew, and I had to start doing some outsourcing. For example, I started outsourcing my marketing part. I hired a part-time contractor to do many of the technical tasks. And that was a really helpful time. And that's how I moved on to the business full-time. Yeah.
Okay, so you gave me a couple of things I'd love to explore. What was it about your dreams and goals, as you mentioned, that Can you talk a little bit more about that particular piece of the story?
Well, dreams and goals, I'm an immigrant, by the way. I came to the country in 1999. And ever since I had been here, I wanted to be something on my own. I wanted to do something on my own. And it had to be something which is emotionally fulfilling as well as financially. And I haven't reached the second part yet, but I am emotionally fulfilled. I am happy that I chose this path. and that's a great feeling, as you know. And I am I'm helping other people, basically. That's it.
Yeah, and from our face-to-face time that we've had over the years, since I've known you through Partner for Leads, I can tell that you are passionate about your work. So okay, so the dreams and goals were there when you arrived in the U.S. and eventually you were able to realize them. It sounds like. So you started with a little outsourcing. I assume you still do some of that today, and
Yes.
and it sounds like from our recent conversation prior to today that you actually have people who are on the employee payroll. But do you remember the key motivator that had you go from solopreneur to outsourcing, and was that the moment at which you realized you would be building a team?
Well, I am not an expert in all aspects of the business. There are some stuff which I have no clue about. Finance is one of them. So that is something which it's a no-brainer to outsource that piece. I need to have somebody who can help me with, preparing the books, getting it ready for the tax seasons and all that. And at the same time, marketing is another piece which I had difficulty, and I found a right partner for that. And they have been taking care of all the marketing piece and maintaining the website, newsletters. All these stuff are very important in my business. So that is something which I have outsourced.
Are you still using the same marketing outsource folks that you did at the beginning?
Yes. Yes, I have been with them for a while, since 2014. They have been really helpful. They meet my demands, basically. I tell them that, okay, this is what needs to happen. They do that, and we understand each other, and especially that company, founder of that company, he also comes from a managed services background, so he understands the challenges which we have, and they pretty much cover everything.
Oh, excellent. I have had the good fortune of watching you work with your marketing outsource people, just because I've our affiliation through Partner for Leads, and I'm on your list. And I have to say, I've seen an evolution in what they do, and that may be both an evolution of that service provider and an evolution of your working relationship, probably both of them. But I would like to compliment you and them. It looks I always see really nice progress, so that's great. Obviously, a good decision. And then
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then your tech contractor. I assume that was kind of born out of you can't do everything or can't be everywhere at once. Did this part of the business evolve into having employees at some point?
Well, the tech contractor has a different set of skills. He is very good with a lot of other stuff other than what he's doing for me, and he's working on his time is dedicated between multiple things, and I am one of them. So, and he is available pretty much all the time whenever I need him, and especially when he can't do something, he would let me know in advance. And I actually have more than one technical people right now working on different projects. So I have kind of learned from the first experience, and I thought, okay, these things can be outsourced. So I outsourced certain pieces of technical stuff to these highly talented engineers, I would say. And right now I have two full-timers working with me. One is on the help desk, and another one is a software developer. And they are also working pretty well. And I have been experiencing kind of good. I mean, I feel good when I hired them because they both are highly talented people, and they are really helpful, and they are going through a training process.
You may know this or may recall, but I did a lot of surveying of people who are entering the Partner for Leads community at large people that were expressing interest in it, and I would shoot out this very open-ended question survey to them, asking what their number one biggest business challenge was right now. And one fairly common one that I heard was hiring, finding the right people. What has been your secret sauce for for finding the right people? It sounds like you've had pretty good luck.
Actually, I wouldn't say that it was very easy. It was very difficult. Basically, it is a challenge as everybody else. Bay Area is a vast technical resource, but there are many challenges associated with that. It's the cost of living out here is very high. So hiring an entry-level person requires you to pay them a reasonable salary. Otherwise, nobody is going to stick with you. And that is one of the challenges. So my tactic is to find somebody who is very basic, who aspire to grow, and they need to have a willingness to learn, so I can groom them into a better technical person and then offer them a higher salary at a later date. And that is what I am working on. And that doesn't mean that I'm paying a lower salary. I'm meeting certain standards, and I expect those standards from them as well. Otherwise, I would tell them that, okay, this is what it is, and we cannot work out. And I had that challenge once, so after that, I have been very careful.
Well, that sounds like a smart strategy. Duleep, I want to be respectful of your time. There'll be an intro piece to this, which is funny if we leave this in there, but it's okay. We can leave this in the actual recording. But I can talk about Veltec Networks in that piece. But is there anything that you would like to say about the company in its current direction, or anything you would like to say to prospective clients or prospective talent as we wrap up?
Anybody who wants to get into the technical world need to have one quality, that is their willingness to learn. Because this is a constantly changing world, out there. When I was in school, engineering school, it was different. And right now, as a matter of fact, I am not applying anything which I learned in school. So the technology has evolved a lot. And unless you are willing to learn all this stuff on the fly, it is going to be a very big challenge. So if you want to be successful in technology, you need to constantly update your technology piece. That is, read, watch YouTube videos. There are plenty of people, talented people who are creating those videos. Watch them and learn more. That's it.
That is great. A great place to wrap up. So you heard it, kids. If you're looking to get into the field or entertain or court Veltec Networks for a job, you got to be willing to learn on an ongoing, nonstop basis. Duleep, it was really a pleasure to talk with you. I really appreciate you spending a few minutes to speak with me today, and I look forward to putting this episode out there into the world.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate the opportunity.
Of course. Talk soon.
Bye.
Thanks again for listening. If you like what you heard today, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Would you like to get an occasional email from me with tips and hacks that I'm learning from guests of this podcast? This is all stuff that you can use to grow your business. You'll get an email about once a week. You can unsubscribe at any time, and I will never send you anything spammy. Just go to partnerforleads.blog, and you can sign up right there. And that's partner singular, the number 4, LEADS.blog. Thinking about starting your own referral group? Wondering how you'll manage your online presence, memberships, fees, reporting metrics? Are you struggling to get in front of the right clients? Struggling to spread the word about your new business? Starting a referral leads group is a great way to expand your prospect list, and you could even meet your next client within a few short days. What have you got to lose? Visit partnerforleads.blog/startup to sign up for a free, no obligation 15-minute consult. Until next time.